You see, I want to share something with you tonight that changed everything for me. Something so old, so ancient, that it predates every modern financial system you know. And yet, it's so powerful that when I first discovered it buried in the pages of the Talmud, I sat there in my study at 3 in the morning with tears running down my face, because I realized I'd been doing it all wrong. We've all been doing it wrong. Money isn't this distant, mysterious force that only favors the lucky or the brilliant or the well-connected. No, my dear friend, money is energy. Living, breathing, responsive energy. And just like any living thing, it responds to how you speak to it, how you think about it, and most importantly, how you treat it. The ancient sages knew this. They understood something about wealth that Wall Street is still trying to figure out. So if you've been wondering why money doesn't seem to hang around long enough in your life to unpack its bags and stay a while, this message is for you. Because tonight, I'm going to teach you something most people never learn in their entire lives. How to call your money by name so it actually comes when you call it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Call money by name? Rabbi, what does that even mean? I've been calling it for years and it ignores me like a teenager ignores their parents. But hold on, because what I'm talking about isn't begging. It isn't wishing, it isn't hoping while your hands tremble over unpaid bills. It's about speaking to money as a living force that hears you, recognizes you, and responds to your vibration. And yes, I said vibration. Don't roll your eyes just yet. There's science behind this and there's Torah behind this, and when those two meet, miracles happen. Let me tell you what I discovered in Tractate Shabbat, page 119a. The rabbis were having a discussion, and one of them asked a question that stopped everyone cold. Why are the Jews of the land of Israel so wealthy? And the answer that came back wasn't about investment strategies or business degrees. It was this: because they give so much to tzedakah, to charity. They understood that giving creates receiving, that circulation creates abundance, that when you treat money as a partner instead of a prisoner, it multiplies. Everything in this universe is made of energy. You, me, that phone you're holding, yes, even your wallet. And the frequency you emit when you think, speak, or act sends signals out into the world that tell the universe exactly what to deliver back to you. If your signal says, I never have enough, money runs away from me, I'm always broke, the universe, like a faithful servant, agrees and sends you more lack. But when your signal says, I am a magnet for money, abundance loves to find me. I welcome prosperity with open arms. Suddenly opportunities begin to flow in the most unexpected and wonderful ways. Now let's be honest for a second. You've probably tried affirmations before. You've stood in front of the mirror saying, I'm rich. Money comes easily to me, only to check your bank balance 5 minutes later and feel betrayed by the universe. I've been there. I remember standing in my own kitchen years ago, bills spread across the table, saying those words while my stomach twisted with anxiety. And you know what I realized? I was saying the words, but I wasn't calling the energy. There's a profound difference. Words are the door, but feeling is the key. If you say, I'm abundant, but deep down in your bones you feel poor, your energy contradicts your words. It's like dialing someone's phone number and hanging up before they can answer. The message never gets through because you didn't wait for the connection. So tonight, I want you to do something that might make you smile at first, maybe even giggle, but I promise you, it works. I want you to give your money a name, a real name, something personal, loving, and familiar. Maybe you'll call it Abundant Alice, Generous George, Prosperous Paula, or even something playful like Mr. Cashington or Lady Lux. Whatever makes your heart feel lighter, whatever brings a genuine smile to your face. Why does this work? Because naming money makes it real. It transforms your relationship from desperation to connection. It reminds your subconscious mind, which controls about 95% of your daily decisions, that money isn't a monster you have to chase down a dark alley. It's a friend you're inviting into your home. Now I can almost hear you saying, wait, Rabbi, so I just give my money a cute nickname, and suddenly it starts showing up at my door with flowers. Well, not exactly like a pizza delivery, but I'll tell you what. It's pretty close when you understand the mechanism. You see, naming your money changes your emotional state. It opens your heart. It removes resistance. And most importantly, it sets the tone for attraction instead of repulsion. When you treat something or someone with genuine respect and affection, they want to be around you more. Think about it in your own life. If someone only called you when they desperately needed something, ignored you when you showed up to help, and complained about you the moment you left, would you want to spend time with that person? Of course not. That's exactly what most people do with money. They stress when it's gone, they panic when it's slow, they guilt themselves when they spend it, and they resent the bills when they have to pay them. You've got to completely flip that script if you want abundance to flow. I want you to say something with me right now, out loud. Don't whisper it like you're embarrassed someone might hear. Say it like you mean it, like you're declaring a truth that already exists in the spiritual realm and is just waiting to manifest in the physical. Ready? Say this. Money loves me, it knows my name, and it is always on its way to me. Did you say it? Good. Say it again, louder this time. Feel it in your chest, let it resonate in your bones. Because when you speak with real faith, not fake positivity but genuine trust, the universe has to listen. You're not begging for what might be. You're declaring what is already yours by divine right. Now let's get practical for a moment, because you can't just chant beautiful words and expect gold coins to rain from the ceiling. I'm a rabbi, not a magician. But I'm a teacher of ancient wisdom that's been tested for thousands of years. And here's what I want you to do starting tonight. Create what I call a money atmosphere in your life. Make your physical space a place where money feels genuinely welcomed. Start with your wallet. Yes, I'm serious. Take it out right now if you can. Is it worn out? Crumpled? Stuffed with old receipts and expired cards? Would you invite an honored guest into a messy, disrespected home? Then why would you invite money into a cluttered, chaotic wallet? Clean it out. Organize your bills. Smooth them out. Treat each note, each coin like it's precious because it is. In the Torah, in Deuteronomy chapter 8, Moses warns the people, remember that it is the Lord your God who gives you the power to get wealth, not your power alone. God's power working through you. And when you treat money as a divine gift instead of a dirty necessity, everything shifts. Then, every single night before you go to sleep, I want you to take just 1 minute, 60 seconds. That's all. And I want you to thank your money for being in your life. Even if it's only a few coins or a couple of bills, say something like this. Thank you, abundant Alice, for flowing through my life today. I'm grateful for your presence, and I welcome more of you with joy and gratitude tomorrow. I promise you this small ritual begins to rewire your subconscious programming. You start to expect money instead of fearing its absence. You begin to notice opportunities you were blind to before. Your awareness shifts from scarcity to possibility, and awareness, my friend, is everything. Now let's talk about the part that trips up most people on this journey, your emotional frequency around wealth. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot call money into your life while carrying deep guilt about wanting it. Somewhere along the line, maybe from your parents, maybe from society, maybe from a well-meaning but misguided religious teacher, you were told that loving money makes you greedy, that wanting wealth is selfish, that spiritual people should be poor. But let me ask you this, and I want you to really think about it. How can you help someone in poverty if you yourself are struggling to survive? How can you feed the hungry when you're hungry? How can you support worthy causes when you can't pay your own bills? Maimonides, one of the greatest Jewish philosophers who ever lived, taught this beautifully. He said, anyone who gives tzedakah will never be poor, and anyone who gives will never lack resources. Notice he didn't say hoard your money until you feel safe. He said give, and you will never lack. Because giving is the ultimate act of faith. It tells the universe, I trust there's more coming. I'm a channel, not a dam. Money itself is neutral. It's energy. It takes on the nature of the person who holds it. A kind person with money blesses the world. A selfish person with money spreads harm. But you, when you align with divine abundance and use it with a generous heart, you become a living channel for good in this world. So instead of saying, I want money so I can barely survive and pay my bills, start saying, I welcome abundance so I can create comfort, joy, security, and generosity in my life and the lives of others. Do you see the shift there? One statement is rooted in fear and desperation. The other is rooted in purpose and vision. And the universe, God, the divine energy of creation, whatever you want to call it, always responds to purpose. It doesn't chase fear. It mirrors it right back to you. Let me share a story with you. A few years ago, a woman in my community came to me absolutely frustrated. She said, Rabbi, I don't understand. Every time I get some money, something terrible happens. My car breaks down. An unexpected bill arrives. Someone asks to borrow money and never pays me back. It's like money is cursed in my hands. I looked at her and smiled gently. My dear, I said, money isn't leaving you because you're cursed. It's escaping your vibration. She blinked at me, confused. So I explained. Every single time she received money, she would say out loud, often to friends or family, well, this is probably my last bit of money for a while. She was literally labeling every dollar with an expiration date. She was treating money like a guest who had to leave immediately. So we did something simple but powerful. We gave her money a name. She chose Faithful Fred. And every single morning before she started her day, she would say out loud, Faithful Fred always comes back to me. Faithful Fred loves being in my life. Thank you, Faithful Fred, for circulating through my world. Within 3 weeks, and I'm not exaggerating, she received an unexpected tax refund she'd forgotten about. A week after that, someone offered her a part-time consulting job she hadn't even applied for. A random opportunity just appeared because someone remembered her skills. Was that coincidence? Maybe. But I've seen this pattern repeat itself so many times with so many people that I stopped believing in coincidence and started believing in alignment. When you align your words, your feelings, and your actions with abundance, life mysteriously rearranges itself to meet you exactly where you are. The problem is that most people are what the Bible calls double-minded. In the book of James, it says, a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. They pray for abundance on Sunday, but complain about prices on Monday. They ask for blessings while scrolling through social media, feeling jealous of everyone else's success. They want prosperity, but constantly rehearse stories of lack. You cannot plant seeds of scarcity and expect to harvest abundance. The soil of your mind must be fertile with genuine belief, expectancy, and gratitude. So here's a little test for you right now. How do you talk about money in everyday conversation? When you're with friends or family, do you say things like, money is so hard to come by, everything is getting more expensive, I can't afford that, we're all just barely surviving? If you do, and most people do without even realizing it, you are constantly confirming to the universe, keep sending me that same reality, I'm comfortable with lack. Instead, starting today, begin saying things like, money flows to me easily and naturally. Things always seem to work out for me financially. I'm constantly surrounded by opportunities for abundance. You might feel silly at first. You might think you're lying. But here's the secret. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between current reality and repeated declaration. It believes whatever you tell it most often with the most emotion, and it will work day and night to make that belief your reality. Here's a fun, simple practice you can start immediately. Every single time you find a coin on the ground, receive a discount, get a refund, or experience any form of financial blessing, no matter how small, say out loud with genuine enthusiasm, thank you, universe. More of this, please. That simple statement of gratitude keeps your frequency tuned to the station of abundance. It tells the divine that you're ready, willing, and excited to receive more. Now I know some of you watching right now might be thinking, but Rabbi, I've tried being positive before, and I'm still struggling financially. Let me say this to you with all the love in my heart. It's not about forced positivity. It's not about pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about authentic alignment between what you say, what you feel, and what you believe you deserve. If deep down in the hidden chambers of your heart, you still believe you don't deserve wealth, that you're not worthy of abundance, that people like you don't get to be financially free, then no amount of pretty affirmations can override that core belief. You have to heal your relationship with money at the root. That means forgiving yourself for past financial mistakes, forgiving the people who taught you that wanting wealth is evil or selfish, releasing the shame you've carried for years about money. Say this with me right now. I release all fear, guilt, and shame around money. I am worthy of divine abundance. Prosperity is my birthright. You see, calling money by name isn't just a clever technique. It's about fundamentally changing your relationship with the energy of wealth. It's about realizing that abundance already exists all around you, infinite and overflowing, just waiting for your permission to enter your life. The universe, God, divine source, whatever language resonates with you, isn't withholding anything from you. It's waiting for you to match the frequency of what you desire. In Jewish mystical teaching, in the Kabbalah, there's a concept called shefa, which means divine flow or abundance. The sages taught that shefa is always flowing from the divine source. Always. The question is never whether it exists. The question is whether you've opened yourself to receive it. Are you a closed fist or an open hand? Are you a dam or a river? So tonight, when you lie down in your bed, I want you to do something beautiful. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath, and whisper softly, with tenderness and certainty, "Money, I know you hear me. I call you forth with love and gratitude. You know my name, and I know yours. Come to me now. Don't beg. Declare. Feel it in your heart, in your bones. Imagine your bank account expanding. Picture your wallet thick with bills. See your home filled with ease, laughter, comfort, and generosity. You're not asking for something foreign or far away. You're remembering what already belongs to you by divine design. And tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't immediately check your bank balance with anxiety and dread. Instead, smile, stretch, and say with confidence, "Money is on its way to me today in expected and unexpected ways. I am ready to receive." Then go about your day actively looking for signs of it. Maybe it's a new opportunity that appears out of nowhere. Maybe it's a client who suddenly reaches out. Maybe it's a random email about a refund or rebate you'd forgotten. It doesn't matter how small the blessing is at first. Celebrate every single sign. Dance a little. Laugh. Say thank you out loud. That's how the universe knows you're serious, that you're paying attention, that you're ready for more. I promise you this. The very moment you stop chasing money with desperation and start calling it with confident expectation, everything changes. Money loves certainty. It loves faith. It loves being acknowledged and appreciated. When you call it by name with genuine warmth, you awaken its energy and you awaken your own power as a co-creator with the divine. Pause with me for just a moment. Take a breath and consider this possibility. What if money has been waiting all this time for you to speak first? What if it's been standing at the door of your life saying, "Just call my name. Invite me in with love, and I'll come running"? That is the power you have always had, but perhaps never realized. You are not a victim of your financial circumstances. You are not at the mercy of the economy or your boss or bad luck. You are the creator of your flow. You are a divine being with the authority to speak things into existence. The universe doesn't respond to neediness or desperation. It responds to command. Clear, loving, faith-filled command. And you, my dear friend, were born with that authority woven into the very fabric of your soul. Now take another deep breath. Smile, even if you have to force it at first. Because from this sacred moment forward, you are no longer chasing money down dark streets, hoping it notices you. You are calling it home. You are inviting it in. You are building a relationship with it. Now that you've called money by name, it's time to learn how to keep that connection alive and thriving. Because calling once is beautiful, but creating a lasting relationship where money feels so welcome in your life that it wants to stay, grow, and multiply, that's where the real transformation happens. You don't want money to just visit like a distant relative during the holidays. You want it to move in, unpack its bags, get comfortable, and invite all its friends. That's what we're building now. A permanent, flowing relationship with abundance. You see, the universe responds to consistency. It listens not to what you say once with fleeting enthusiasm, but to what you declare repeatedly with unwavering belief. Think of it like tuning a radio to your favorite station. If you keep switching the dial every few seconds, you'll never hear the complete song. You'll just get static and fragments. That's what most people do with money. They tune in to abundance on Monday, feeling hopeful and inspired. But by Wednesday, they're back on the fear channel, panicking about bills. By Friday, they've switched to resentment, complaining about how unfair everything is. The universe can't deliver a clear signal when you keep changing frequencies. So how do you hold your vibration steady, especially when your current reality hasn't caught up yet with your vision? You practice what I call emotional steadiness around money. That means no more sighing dramatically when bills arrive, no more muttering under your breath, "There goes all my money again." When that electricity bill shows up, instead of treating it like a thief, try this. Say with genuine gratitude, "Thank you, God, that I have the resources to keep my home lit and warm. More abundance is already on its way to replace this and multiply it." It might feel strange at first, I know, but gratitude in the face of outgoing money creates magnetic return. It tells the universe, "I trust the flow, I know there's always more." Because money is called currency for a reason. It must flow. When you hoard it in fear, clutching it desperately like it's your last breath, it stagnates. It gets stuck. But when you allow it to circulate with confidence and generosity, when you pay your bills with a blessing instead of a curse, it multiplies and returns to you often from directions you never expected. Now let's make this fun because honestly, people make money way too serious. They treat it like a final exam they're terrified of failing. Relax. Money isn't judging you. It doesn't care that you made mistakes 5 years ago. It just wants to know if you're ready to play, if you're open, if you're willing to receive. So here's a practice I love, and I want you to try it. I call it the money roll call. Every single morning before you check your phone, before you scroll through bad news or compare yourself to anyone on social media, sit quietly for just 1 minute. 1 minute. And say out loud, "Money, I know you hear me. You are free to flow to me today through clients, ideas, surprise blessings, and joyful opportunities. I am wide open to receive you in creative and delightful ways." That's it. Less than 60 seconds. But it sets the energetic tone for your entire day. You're not begging the universe for scraps. You're directing energy. You're issuing a clear, confident instruction. Here's my frequency today. Meet me right here. And remember, the universe doesn't respond to wishy-washy apologetic requests. You must speak with authority. You are not a beggar. You are a child of the Most High, created in the divine image, given dominion and creative power. The words you speak aren't empty sounds. They are vibrational codes that literally shape energy into form. That's why I keep emphasizing, call your money by name. When you say, "Faithful Fred, I welcome you into my life today." "Abundant Alice, I'm so glad you're here." "Prosperous Pete, let's create something beautiful together." Your subconscious mind begins to align with that expectation. You start noticing opportunities that were invisible to you before because your awareness shifts to match your desire. Let's talk about awareness for just a moment because this is crucial. Scientists tell us that your conscious mind processes about 40 bits of information per second, but your subconscious, it's processing 11 million bits per second. Your brain is literally filtering out billions of pieces of information every moment, showing you only what it believes matters based on your beliefs and expectations. So if you've been telling yourself for years that money is hard to get, that you're not good with finances, that people like you don't become wealthy, your brain will actively filter out opportunities that could lead to more money. Not because they're not there, but because your brain assumes you're not interested. It's trying to help you by showing you only what matches your stated beliefs. But the moment you start believing and declaring that money loves you, that abundance is your natural state, that you're a magnet for prosperity, your brain literally starts spotting evidence everywhere. Suddenly you see possibilities that were there all along, but were invisible to your old programming. That's not magic, that's neuroscience and ancient wisdom working together. Now let's add some joy to this because laughter and lightness open the flow of abundance faster than almost anything else. If you feel resistance creeping in, that familiar voice of doubt saying, "This is silly, you're fooling yourself, nothing will change," just laugh at it. Literally out loud, laugh. Say something playful like, "Oh, there's that old scarcity story again trying to crash my abundance party. How cute." Not today, my friend, not today. That simple, light-hearted response disarms negativity. You can't attract wealth while your body is tight with fear and your mind is spinning with worry. The body and mind must feel relaxed, playful, and open for true creation to occur. Let me give you some clear, actionable steps that will anchor everything we've been talking about. These aren't complicated, they're simple, but simple doesn't mean powerless. Sometimes the most profound transformations come from the simplest practices, done with consistency and faith. Step 1. Speak abundance daily, morning, afternoon, and night. Call your money by name out loud. Whisper it, sing it, write it in a journal, but do it with genuine feeling and consistency. Your voice carries creative power. Use it. Step 2. Respect money physically. Handle your cash with care and honor. Don't crumple bills and shove them carelessly into your pocket. Don't toss coins aside like they're worthless. Don't complain when you have to spend money. And for heaven's sake, stop saying, "I'm broke." You are not broke. You may be in a season of financial transition, but you are a powerful, creative being. Words matter more than you realize. They shape your reality. Step 3. Express gratitude for every bit of financial flow, no matter how small. Found a penny on the sidewalk? Thank it out loud. Got a discount at the store? Celebrate it. A friend bought you coffee? That's abundance showing up. The universe expands whatever you appreciate. It gives you more of what you celebrate. So celebrate everything. Step 4. Give. Yes, give. Even when it feels scary, even a small amount given with a joyful, generous heart tells the universe, I have more than enough to share. I trust there's plenty more coming. Giving opens channels for receiving that hoarding and fear close. But don't give from guilt or obligation. Give from love. Give because it feels good. Give because you're practicing being the abundant person you're becoming. And finally, step 5. Visualize every night before you sleep. Close your eyes and picture your money, by name, arriving joyfully in your life. Imagine it dancing through your front door with a smile. Feel the relief, the safety, the freedom, the joy of having more than enough. Let those emotions soak deep into your subconscious mind. Because when you sleep, your subconscious continues working, reprogramming, aligning you with the reality you're creating. Now let's address the part that keeps most people stuck, waiting impatiently for instant results. The moment you start calling your money and doing these practices, you want a miracle by Tuesday. And when it doesn't happen fast enough, doubt creeps in like fog, and you give up right before the breakthrough. But remember, you're not microwaving abundance. You're cultivating it. You're planting seeds in fertile soil. And seeds take time to grow. You wouldn't plant a tomato seed and then dig it up every morning to see if it's sprouting yet. That would kill it. The same principle applies here. You plant the seed with your words, water it with your faith and gratitude, and then trust the process. The universe loves trust. The moment you stop obsessively asking when and instead relax into knowing it's already done, that's when everything shifts. I've seen it happen countless times. People struggle and strain and fight for years, and then suddenly, boom, everything changes overnight. Not because the blessing wasn't ready, but because they finally stopped doubting and started truly believing. Let me tell you about a young man who came to me a couple of years ago, completely frustrated. He said, Rabbi, I've been saying affirmations for 6 months. I've been visualizing. I've been trying to stay positive, but nothing is changing. My bank account looks exactly the same. I asked him one simple question. How do you feel when you say those affirmations? He paused and his shoulders dropped. He said quietly, honestly, desperate, like I'm trying to convince myself of something I don't believe. There it was, the truth. He was saying positive words, but his emotional vibration was soaked in lack and desperation. His heart didn't believe what his mouth was saying, so I told him to stop affirming and start conversing. Instead of mechanically repeating, money comes to me easily, I told him to talk to his money like a friend. Every morning he started saying, hey, prosperous Pete, I'm really glad you're part of my life. Let's make something great happen today together. I trust you, I appreciate you. Let's do this. Within 2 weeks, he got offered a new job with significantly better pay. A week after that, freelance opportunities he hadn't even applied for started appearing in his inbox. When you shift from desperation to dialogue, from begging to partnership, everything changes. And maybe you're sitting there right now thinking, but Rabbi, my situation is really hard. You don't understand how bad things are. I hear you. I do. Life can be incredibly difficult. Bills are real, struggles are real, but let me share a truth that might be hard to hear at first, but will set you free. Your external reality is only the echo of your inner vibration. You don't change the echo by shouting louder at the walls. You change it by changing the sound you're making. That's what all of this teaching is about. You're not fighting your reality, you're rewriting it from the inside out. Every time you call your money by name with love and expectation, you're reminding the universe and yourself of your authority, your worthiness, your divine inheritance. So tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to do one simple sacred act. Sit quietly. Take a slow, deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and say with all the sincerity you can summon, Money, you know me. I call you forth with joy and gratitude. You are my divine companion, my loyal partner. Wherever I go, you follow. You bless me. And through me, you bless others. Then smile, because in that moment, something invisible has shifted. You've opened a door in the spiritual realm that no one can close but you. And tomorrow, act like the wealthy person you're becoming. Not by going out and spending money you don't have, but by carrying yourself with quiet confidence, speaking with generosity, and making decisions from a place of abundance instead of fear. Wealth isn't a number in a bank account. Wealth is a state of being. And when you learn to live from that state consistently, when you hold that frequency with faith and joy, the physical money must follow. It's a spiritual law, as reliable as gravity. You are not chasing money anymore. You are aligning with it. You are remembering that abundance has always known your name. The universe doesn't need convincing. It's already on your side. It's simply waiting for you to step into your power and act like the creative, worthy, divinely blessed being you were always meant to be. So as we close tonight, I want you to make me one promise. Just try it. One night. Call your money by name out loud. Say it with a smile. Feel the lightness in your heart. And notice how differently you sleep, how peacefully you wake, how effortlessly small blessings start appearing in your day. The universe always rewards intention mixed with joy and faith. Now go ahead. Make that call. Call your money home. Call it with gratitude, with laughter, with absolute certainty. Because when you do, I promise you the universe listens, and it always obeys a joyful, confident command. If this message touched your heart tonight, if something shifted inside you, share it. Type in the comments the name you've chosen for your money. I genuinely want to see the creative, beautiful names you come up with. And subscribe, because this journey of abundance and transformation is just beginning. The more we speak about wealth with love and wisdom instead of fear and shame, the more it multiplies in all our lives. So tonight, as you close your eyes and drift into sleep, remember this one powerful truth. Your money knows your name. It's always known your name. Now that you've finally called it with love and faith, it's already on its way home. And when it arrives at your door, greet it like the old faithful friend it's always been. Because the truth is, abundance loved you first, long before you ever thought to call its name.